Good morning. Hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'll be giving you a prediction reading for the 2nd of October. Now, if you are new here, I just let my God's channel through to you, so stay watching. There might be a message here for you to receive today. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like buttons, guys, and please comment. You know I love to talk to you guys. It's great for us to share our journey and what we're currently going through. First off, just before I get started with the reading, I just want to touch a little bit about what my sister and I, we had a video that we did the other day and we compared the jabbed versus the unjabbed sort of situation. And it was just good to get her viewpoint. I just thought it was really important that we start to understand a little bit of how this kind of mass psychosis works. I know a lot of you have been asking questions about that. I've still got to go through. My sister's actually gone home now, but that's okay because I can still discuss things with her, so that's not really an issue. I'm out here with my cat, Joe. I just wanted to touch on that a little bit about that mass formation psychosis, and I just want to let you guys know that this is around mostly the jab. I believe they're in this very deep. They are. We've been saying that for a while. We know that a lot of people are waking up to a lot of the other garbage and nonsense that's being fed to them. And I was actually watching a video this morning of Dr. Robert Malone, which a lot of us know. He worked on the mRNA vaccine, and he talks a lot about the mass formation psychosis. And he's sort of broken it up now into thirds. So there's like a third of us that are awake, which is all you guys watching my channel. There's pretty much a third that are questioning things, and that's the portion of society we always talk about is starting to wake up. The people who work in the industries, for example, mining, renewables, these kind of things. And then there's this third that are still really trapped in the mass psychosis. I have to say my sister is very in the mass psychosis, but she's also in denial. She won't even look at the information. She says that what I believe in isn't true. And that this is just to let you guys, that's just one perspective. I'm not saying this is everyone's perspective. She believes that if she doesn't look, she actually said she doesn't want to look because she needs this to be true. Her narrative needs to be true. And we've always known, and I believe, and I could feel there were times where her anger would really rise up. We talk about the anger in these people waking up. her anger would just rise up so quickly in her sometimes when we were having a heated conversation, which we did. We always do, but then we move on. We're pretty good like that. We know how to navigate this together. But she would fight to the death. I can feel in her that she would fight to the death for her narrative to be true. And I know that sounds really extreme to say, but that's the energy that I felt, just to let you guys know, not to kind of go there about the jab arguments, because they have to wake up at their own pace, and there's nothing we can do. And I wasn't trying to convince her. We were just discussing things, but she would get very triggered because we have, as you could see by the video, very different viewpoints. I'm at one end and she's at the other, and I just can't believe they can't see this. And I know you guys feel the same way. I did mention to her the mpox, and I said, what was your take on that? And she just froze. It was like she just went, and she didn't answer. And then she just talked about something else. So I don't know if that's some sort of trigger word, or I was like doing a bit of an experimenting just to see like how deep this mass formation psychosis goes. But I can tell you now, the 2 weeks that I've just had, I mean, we get on very well. We have always agreed to disagree. So fortunately for me, she's not scared of being near me, but they do feel like they've provided the herd immunity for all of us. So in their mind, and this is probably part of the mass psychosis, they feel like they've protected us. Oh my gosh, that is just so not how we see it at all, is it? So they think they've all done us a favour and saved our lives. Oh my gosh, it's just nuts. But this is around the jab. So moving forward, we've got all these other things happening, and as my sister even admitted, she can't piece things together. She doesn't put things together. She sees all these things as separate, meaning renewables, currency changes, climate change. Everything is in a different category, but her mind is very different to mine. So I just wanted to get a little bit of that to you guys, just to let you know maybe some of these other perspectives. let me know down below if you're figuring some of these things out as well. But I just wanted to share that with you because, look, we get on really well. We agree to disagree, fortunately for me. But she definitely gets triggered by the things that I say. And she actually said that all the things I watch on YouTube aren't true. So in her mind, and this is not to put her down, this is just to give you guys a different perspective. She believes that all the things that we look at are incorrect. We need to be trusting the professionals. And that was the basic gist of what I could get from her all this time on. So we know that that mass formation psychosis runs very, very deep. It's very deep, so always be very careful of it. It's very prickly if you're getting into any arguments and things like that. So I just wanted to touch on that today. We'll probably talk more about this, and this is not to put my sister down. This is just to share with you guys her viewpoints, which might help you understand some of these other people out there that are still waking up, their viewpoints. And look, I guess there is no right and wrong sort of necessarily journey, but at the end of the day, she kept saying to me, well, that's your experience, this is my experience. And I kind of thought, well, yeah, that is your experience, because mine is a very, very different experience. But like I keep saying to you guys, we've also been through things that have led us to where we are. So I guess we've just got to sort of push those things aside now and just keep moving forward. And that's probably the tip I'm trying to give you today. Just keep living in the now and moving forward. None of us are perfect, are we? So yes, Kaz and I did have a few heated debates, but we're fine. We just push through it. Okay, I'll close my eyes and get started. Enough of the mass psychosis. Let's just see what comes up today. I'm getting Germany is rising. Gosh, I've had Germany a lot, haven't I? Germany is rising. People are standing up. People are fighting back. People feel in Germany like they're being undermined. They know they're being lied to. Basically in Germany, people know they're being lied to. They're figuring all this out. Might not be all the people, as we know, but a lot of them are starting to figure this out. So Germany, I'm definitely getting a rising of the people. Oh, there's a plane or something flying around. Sorry, guys. I thought it'd be lovely nature and there's a plane in the background. Let's see where else we go today. I'm getting like someone starting to tell the truth. Someone's starting to tell their truth. Now, I keep saying there's going to be like these people who are fairly high profile that are going to start to tell their truth. And perhaps this could be even about vaccine injuries. I'm hoping it's about vaccine injuries. We do know here there's been a lot of talk about how these jabs have really affected women's menstrual cycles rather. That they've actually come out and admitted that. They're saying it only affects them by 1 day, but we know that would be rubbish as well. So we're getting a lot of that there's these, I guess you could say whistleblowers, but there's people starting to come out and talk about their vaccine injuries. And these could be celebrities, people in high status. We're going to get more and more of that. They're grouping together. Oh, my cats are going, oh, it's all acting out here. They're grouping together to get that support. Because we don't know, there's a lot of people that have been vaccine injured out there that are too frightened and too scared to come forward. And can you blame them? Gosh, you get so vilified even with that. Let me just see where else we go today. Hang on a sec. They are. People are fighting back, or they're going to fight back. The image I'm getting at the moment is people punching a punching bag. So they're showing me, it's like we've got the Rocky music, we've got the dun, 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 dun. Was it Eye of the Tiger we had the other week? So they're showing me these people punching in a punching bag. So it's like they're doing their training. So people are trying to strengthen and build up their courage to work out how they're going to fight back. Now this is, I would say, not around the jab. This is definitely about the cost of living. We know people are going to have to stand up and fight back. They're not going to be able to do it because they're being downtrodden, they're being taken down to nothing. The rug's being pulled out from underneath them. We know that it is. So people are now starting to do their training. They're starting to fight back. It's like I said about us the other day on the whitewater rafts, how we've managed to strengthen ourselves over these last 3 years and we've built up. Well, that's what's happening now with this, I would say, middle third of the people who are waking up. They're starting to get their strength now and their power back. So that could mean in different ways too. It doesn't mean just that they're going to the gym. I mean, they could be, because that helps you mentally too. But what they're saying is they're getting smarter. They're trying to work out how to all move in together, for example, and save on rent. They're looking at downsizing with their vehicles. If they had a big V8 that used lots of petrol, maybe they're going to downsize and get a more... There's Joe. Hi, Joe. She's so beautiful. She's my feral cat. She's very cute. And this is the kind of thing that people are looking at. They're looking at other avenues, and that's their way of fighting back. Just see what else we get today. But these people in this middle bracket that are waking up, like I say, a lot of people that work in the industry that understand these things. I would say if there'd be a few doctors in that, as we know, they're bringing in bills now passing that doctors can't fight back against the narrative. We know they did that throughout the pandemic, but this is getting far worse now. Hey, Joe. It's reaching a whole other level when they're starting to pass bills in Parliament about this. And of course, no one will ever hear about that because, as we know, it's never going to be on mainstream media. So I'm definitely getting that. They're strengthening. And sort of they're starting to prepare themselves because they're starting to see, as I keep saying, they're starting to see what's coming at them. Hang on a sec. I'll just see where we are. God, I'm getting Finland, Sweden. Oh, I get Belgium, Munich. Hang on a sec. God, they're saying to me like the cost of living is rising so much over there. And they're kind of saying to me like, stock up your cans. So it's almost like, oh, Chris, you'd think this is funny. Stock up all your cans. Like start to get your canned food. And, you know, this is the kind of thing they're saying. Get smarter. Like, this is what they're kind of saying. Get smarter over there because it's like you've got alternatives. Like I know a lot of us are trying to grow foods and things like that. You guys are in winter at the moment, so it's always very hard over winter to kind of grow things unless you've got a big greenhouse. But I'm getting that kind of look for alternatives. Like if the, for example, if the vegetables are, fresh vegetables are very expensive, start to look at your canned veggies as an option. If you're just throwing like peas or something into cooking, you can use your tin peas. So they're saying to kind of stock up a little bit in case the prices just keep soaring. And that's just an example of how to go about doing that. But in these regions, I think you're going to get hit really hard. Your cost of living is going to just go to the extreme. Like, and I mean everything, fuel, food, God, everything, freight, everything. And you think about the transportation, and that's why we might start to get more of these trucks and things starting to stand up, and these freight companies, because as we know here, they're sort of, when you think about the Great Reset, they're trying to change the sort of infrastructure of society. So they have to take down, I keep saying it, that middle class, and they have to keep taking down those smaller companies that are in between, because they want it all, Charlie, they want it all to be big. That's my cat, sorry. Charlie, they want it all to be big corporate running the show so they can control everything and have all the peasants and the little people working for them, which is what we know here. So that's what I'm definitely getting. That cost of living is going to really start to soar in these areas. Hang on, let's see where else we go today. Yeah, I'm getting that. All the little islands and little holiday sort of resorts and places like that are going to really suffer now. They are. People aren't going to have the money to actually go on nice trips and holidays. And these are the things that are just going to get pushed aside because, as we know here, they want us all working. They don't want us having holidays and having a wonderful life and relaxing in our gardens and Terra Bella and going away and having fun. They want us to be working and working, like we've been saying here, from like 13 to like, what is it? Until you drop dead, pretty much. So that's their goal. So they want all the peasants and everybody working for them. So there won't be as many holidays and things. People are going to have to really cut back financially on that. Maybe they can go camping and doing things like that more, but there's not going to be a lot of this real resort because, you know, that's only going to be for the elites now, isn't it, moving forward? And that's long term. I'm not saying that's going to happen in 6 months, but that is their sort of long-term goal, is to have everything to themselves. Just let me see if there's something else to close with today. Got Europe again. Europe's fighting back. They're making a stand. They're not going to go down lightly either. They can see what's coming at them. See, this is the thing. People aren't stupid. We know about the mass psychosis and how that affected their brain processing power and their logic, but people aren't stupid when it comes to all the other avenues. Because I think, and this is where I've said a lot, they went too hard, too fast and too hard too early, and they pushed and pushed this renewables, and they pushed electric cars, and they pushed everything, and everybody knew that it just became overwhelming, and all it did was just muddle people up. So I'm getting that people in Europe and that they're actually very clever. I'm not saying no one else is clever, but the people in Europe are very clever at processing a lot of this information, and it's not making any sense to these people in Europe. Oh, they feel like they've been really downtrodden for a few years, which we all have, but they don't, see, they don't want it. People don't want this. Gosh, you got to think of beautiful places that have had that wonderful culture and food and festivities, and you know, they're showing me like that beautiful dining al fresco and all these kind of things. I know Europe, that is a place where this kind of goes on. It's that beautiful social interactions. People want that back. They don't want that destroyed. They don't want to just be stuck in their home, as a lot of them were for many years with the lockdowns. They don't want to have climate lockdowns and no electricity. So people are researching. They are. I know it's hard to believe, but in Europe, I do feel like people are going to start to make a stand. It's going to happen soon. It is. And it might be closer. That might be closer to December, when people start to feel that bottlenecking of like Christmas and that pressure as well. I mean, we make lots of jokes of it here, don't we? That, you know, around Christmas, you're not going to be able to have a Christmas again. We know how much they, as all of us know here, they try to keep us separated and divided. Well, I'm definitely getting that. They're going to start working on that sort of thing again. Yeah, but I am getting Europe. That Europe's going to, there's going to be a lot of movement over there too with these things, but I am feeling that energy rising, which is a good thing. We need the energy to raise, that vibration to raise, so people come together and stand back and fight all this nonsense and garbage. So a lot happening in Europe, probably towards December. Let me see if there's something to close with today. Oh, I'm getting a song. I think it's by Style Council, actually. Is it Shout to the Top? Oh, I'm getting this song. It's called Shout to the Top and You're Not I'm sure it's Style Council. Shout to the top, meaning we're going to get to that mountaintop and we're going to shout, and we're going to keep shouting. And that's the message I'm going to leave you guys with today. Just keep shouting your truth. I know, and I get it. Look at me and my sister. I get the mass psychosis thing. We can't go there with the jab. It's just a nightmare. They're never going to see it the way that we did. But it's all the other stuff that they're starting to realise it could be something strange. I mean, my sister's probably a bit unusual in the sense that she tries to look at everything from a positive aspect, which I do tell you about sometimes, because sometimes she'll say to me, oh, your life's so negative and you're just focusing on all the negative. You need to focus on the positive. But I'm like, yeah, but that's what they're trying to do. So she thinks of things very differently to what I do. I see it as, because she said you must feel so trapped in all that, and I go, no, I actually feel really free and I feel good and I'm in my truth, and I think that's like the guys are showing me that Braveheart biker jacket. We've earned those sort of stripes. Like oh, there you go, we're getting 2 stripes on our biker jacket. We're being promoted to sergeant bikers. But I am getting that we've earned those stripes because we have stayed in our truth and we've stayed in our true power, and we've made ourselves stronger and freer in this absolute chaotic nightmare that we're all living through. Oh my God, it's so ridiculous, isn't it? So I'm going to leave you with that. Shout to the top. We're going to keep staying in our truth and shouting from the top of the mountain, I would say, that, you know, this is what the truth is, because it is, and people don't see it, but that's fine. We see it, so we can keep educating people to what's coming at them. But, you know, I guess if they don't jump on board, that's their choice, and we have to like leave them behind, basically. Anyway, so be it. All right, I'm going to leave you today. I'm going to go and do some gardening and hang some washing out. I finally got a sunny spring day here. It's a miracle. It's beautiful today. And I will talk to you in the next video. Leave me comments down below. Let me know what you guys have been up to and what's been happening and how's it all going with your families. Hit the like buttons, guys. Subscribe, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye from Australia. Bye, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.